Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Again, we're all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, our official website, StephenKnightShow.com. All right, so Tristian Thompson and Lamar Odom are beefing over Khloe Kardashian. Now, if you know, Lamar and Khloe were married, I think about 6 years. And then Tristian Thompson and Khloe have been back and forth because of his cheating scandals recently. Apparently on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the finale, it showed that Khloe wants to stay with Tristan, but wants to keep it on the low because she's tired of being publicly embarrassed by him. So anyway, Khloe took a picture in a bikini, looked like she was showering in a bikini outside, and posted on Instagram. Lamar, who again, they were married for 6 years, he left a comment that said hottie underneath it, along with a bunch of flirty emojis that followed. Now, Tristian Thompson, he showed love as well and got a lot of backlash for it because he keeps cheating on her. But he also added Lamar Odom in the comments and said, God brought you back the first time. Play if you want, different results. If you remember, Lamar Odom almost died of an overdose at a brothel in Vegas. And so a lot of people thought he went a little too hard on Lamar based on his past struggles. Nayyir, what are your thoughts?
Again, entertainment. That's funny. It's it's not funny that he almost died, but just hearing that statement, Lamar Odom almost overdosed in a brothel. It just everything in there just sounds wild, man. This is the zoo. This is the circus. So, it's kind of odd to see Tristan get out of pocket like that, though. Usually he's pretty reserved, usually he's pretty fall backish, but laid back. But this is entertainment. So to me, it's nothing unusual, really.
Yeah. Lynia, what are your thoughts, especially the fact that Tristan keeps getting caught up in these cheating scandals and him coming after Lamar like this?
No one in this family knows what love is. No one a part of that family knows what love, commitment, loyalty, or trust is. No one. This is strictly, as Nayyir said, all for entertainment purposes. You know what I mean? And if you feel like you want to go back to a man that constantly cheats on you publicly, then that's your stupidity, because obviously all the augmentation you are doing to your body is not doing it for him, boo. It's not, because he's going to all the other fake augments to get whatever he's getting. So, I mean, stupid is as stupid does.
Yeah, because the latest scandal was an Instagram model came out and said that they had cheated, they had slept together, and this was the day after or before Khloe and his daughter's birthday. And so he denied it, but he did say they slept together years ago. Who knows? Wish them all the best. All right, so Bill Cosby was released from prison, and he's trying to get right back to work. Now, according to TMZ, Cosby's rep, Andrew Wyatt, revealed that he's currently working on a 5-part docuseries that will cover everything in his life, legacy, trial for sexual assault, and also the time locked up behind bars. Now, they have started the interviews for producers, and they've interviewed family, friends, and peers. However, that's not it for him. Cosby's trying to get outside. He's trying to start a new comedy tour, and they've already contacted different clubs and promoters that have shown interest in this idea. Now, the site reports that Bill's interest doesn't stop there as well. There's also a report that he has interest in visiting prisons, schools, and neighborhoods to talk to people about decreasing violence and bettering themselves. His rep said he was inspired based on other inmates that he shared the cells with, and he learned their stories. Now, as previously reported, Cosby was released a few weeks ago from the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, ruled that he did not receive a fair trial. So what are your thoughts, Nayyir? Will you be going to see Bill Cosby on tour, and will you be watching the docuseries?
Probably won't be seeing him on tour, but I may check out some series, the docuseries. Don't have an opinion on don't have an opinion on his legal situation, but because I don't know enough about that whole thing, it's just kind of like it is what it is. But I will probably watch the docuseries, and I guess I don't know what to say, because I'm like, I don't know what's what. So I don't want to say, you know, something that makes it look like I'm in support of Bill Cosby, and I don't want to say something that looks like I'm not in support of these accusers. I don't know what to say, but good for him, I guess. And hopefully there is some vindication for the accusers, victims, whatever they may be.
Lynia, when Bill Cosby got out, Felicia Rashad, you know, co-starred with him on Cosby Show, she took to social media and said, "Finally, justice is," something like that, "justice is served," and she got a lot of backlash on that. And so they were saying, because it wasn't that he was found guilty, I mean innocent, it was that the way the prosecutors ran the case, it was illegal. So she did not apologize, but she said she supports any person that has had to deal with sexual assault. And you know, she's now the dean at Howard, and and they released a statement supporting women who've been sexually assaulted, and people were calling for her to step down from her position as dean. She did, from what I understand, write a letter to all of the students apologizing for her comments. What do you think about that?
This goes back to what I said earlier about cancel culture, and they're still friends. And what do you do when your friend is in a situation? Now, however that relationship is, when she made the comment on Twitter, it wasn't, she only commented relating to that it was overturned because it was done. It wouldn't have been overturned if it was done right, period. That's what her comment was about. It wasn't about the victims or anything like that. So to quickly say she needed to step down, I feel is nonsense, because again, people are not allowed to express themselves because they took their whole tweet out of context. She said what she can, and she has been, you know, a beacon for a long time. One thing should not define somebody's career. Whether or not that, I don't know nothing about that man's business. But I will watch the docuseries because I'm very interested to see who they got. You understand what I'm saying? As an artist, I'm interested to see what they got, who they got to come talk.
Yeah.
And I want to know what they're talking about. I'm going to be honest about it. Do I really want to go see a stand-up of Bill Cosby? No, not a stand-up. I'm not interested. I'm not really a go see a stand-up type of person. But you know, I stand with Felicia Rashad.
Yeah, I stand with Felicia Rashad too. I remember when I saw it, I was thinking, please stay out of this, because I already know how this cancel culture is now. And she, like you said, she's been a beacon and she is our queen. And so I hate that she got the backlash, but hopefully nothing bad will come from that. In terms of Bill Cosby, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm saying? No,
you know who made a good point? Stephanie Mills. Did you see what she said?
I saw she had posted something.
She made a good point. I mean, you can't try to do this, but you benefited for a long time from that man's money. You ain't gave none of it back.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just saying, she made a good point.
That's true. That's true. I would say in terms of Bill Cosby, I love that he wants to go out there and to the prisons and schools and talk to people, you know, to help them better themselves and with, you know, the criminal piece. I don't know if he should do it right now just because he's trying to get the pressure off his back. I think the docuseries is actually a really great idea. The tour, I don't think that'll be successful. I think that he'll probably get some dates, but I think there'll come a lot of backlash and people protesting and whatnot. So it may not even work in his favor. But I think the docuseries is a great idea. And I do think him eventually getting out there and trying to help inmates and students is a good idea. But we'll see what happens with that. So our last story, Chris Brown seems to catch a break when it comes to lawsuits. So last week he was hit with a lawsuit from a young woman alleging that he slapped the weave off of her. And just a few days after that, not that it was funny, but a few days after that, Chris's housekeeper filed a lawsuit alleging that she was mauled by his dog. Now, new documents reveal that Breezy is now being sued for his 2017 hit Privacy. According to the legal documents obtained by Music Business Worldwide, revealed that Green Sleeves Publishing is suing Chris Brown and Sony Music Entertainment for sampling Red Hat's 1997 dancehall song Tight Up Skirt without permission. Now, the publishing company claims that Chris took the score musical feature of the songs and used it prominently in privacy without permission. Green Sleeves also says that that it owns the exclusive music publishing rights to the song in the US. Now, Red Hat, he only commented talking about the lyrics, but he would seem to be grateful that Chris did use the line. And he said that when he found out about it, all he said was give God all the glory. But still, Chris is, the publishing company is seeking 1.5 million in damages. Nayyir, do you think they'll get this money?
Yeah, I think they'll get the money. I don't think the money's an issue. I think that happens very, very often in music. Creative works, period, is kind of hard for that not to happen, especially when you've made so much music, someone like Chris Brown, and however many people are involved and all that, ethically it can be resolved unless someone just wants to be unethical and there's no meeting place. But yeah, if it's their music and it can ethically be resolved, they can get their money paid out over time or in a lump, however it's available, and make something happen. And hopefully they can work together moving forward for the culture in the future. It happens often. Mm-hmm. I mean, you've been in music for many years, so you've heard these stories plenty of times. Yeah.
Lynia, what do you think about this?
I mean, it's definitely nothing new.
Right.
And unfortunately, when you have such a large catalog and you're dealing with different producers and stuff like that, you're going by, what they're bringing to you.
Right.
Unless you're physically making these beats and stuff yourself, you're going by what's brought to you and you're putting the lyrics to it. Most of the time, unless you are like a consummate artist like Prince, I'm thinking about writing my own shit. You understand what I'm saying? So that's tricky. But when you are someone who is in the limelight and you got money, people like to get too happy. And it's a shame that people can file whatever they want, whenever they want. Because just to even say, oh, she filing because he snatched her weave out. That's what you really filed in the court documents? Like nobody looked at the court documents and said, he's correct. He pulled out your weave? Like nobody. Like it's a shame what people can sue for. And sometimes I really, it's just people trying to capitalize and off of an opportunity just to get a come up. Because they ain't got no other way to get it. And they think this is the easiest way. So everybody with some money, and some people you ain't even got money and people think you have it, they still try.
Right.
So
people do get so happy, especially the rich people. So I think they probably will get money. I don't know if they'll get the 1.5 million, but they'll get something.
They may get something, but not that. I don't think they're gonna get their whole thing.
Yeah. But of course they're going to try to get more than that's smart.
Yeah, I mean, if they clearly identify that that's their music, they know that that's their music, they'll get something. It'll just be how much mechanical, right they have to how much reimbursement. Yeah,
exactly. Well, listen, thank you all for Hot Topics. Chike will be back with us next week. Can't wait to have him back. I hope you all have a great week, and we come back our interview with 17-year-old rapper Little Liddy right back after this.